Good morning, children. We completed the first part of this chapter, that is the topics related with electric potential energy. So in the last part of this chapter, now we are going to study about a capacitor. What is a capacitor and what is meant by capacitance of a capacitor itself. Okay, so a capacitor means actually that is a system of two conductors separated by an insulated medium. That is a system of two conductors itself actually, and then that two conductors are separated by an insulated medium, and it is used to store the electrical charges itself. And so capacitor means that is a device which is used to store the electrical charges. So whenever we are giving charge to a conductor, its potential will be starts to get increases. If we are giving more amount of charges to a conductor, its potential is also starts to be get increases itself. That means we can say that the charge given to a conductor Q, that is directly proportional to the potential. That is, Q is directly proportional to V. Or we can write Q equal to a constant C into V, where C stands for the capacitance of that conductor itself. Where C stands for what? C stands for the capacitance of that conductor itself. So the charge given to a conductor, that is directly proportional to its potential. Therefore Q equal to a constant C into V itself. So we can write here C as a proportionality constant, where C is actually known as capacitance of that conductor itself. So how can you write C? C is equal to Q by V itself, where Q stands for the charge given to that conductor and V stands for the potential developed. And capacitor is a device which is used to store the electrical charges. That is a system which is used to store the electrical charges itself. And the capacitance of a conductor means that is defined as the ability of a conductor. That is the measure of ability of a conductor to store the electrical charge itself. The capacitance of a conductor means that is the measure of the ability of that conductor to hold the electrical charge itself. So C is equal to Q by V. So this capacitance, that one we can measure in a unit. The SI unit of capacitance of a conductor is, that is farad. That is farad in the honor of what? The scientist Michael Faraday. The unit it is given to the capacitance as what? That is as farad itself. So the SI unit in which we are measuring the capacitance of a conductor, that is farad. So 1 farad is equal to what? That is equal to 1 coulomb per 1 volt, because the unit of charge is coulomb and the unit of potential is volt itself. So for 1 farad means that is equal to 1 coulomb divided by 1 volt itself. Then how can you define 1 farad? 1 farad means the capacitance of a capacitor will be equal to 1 farad if 1 coulomb of charge it is transferred from one plate of a conductor. I said to you people, for a capacitor it has two metal conductors are there, two metallic bodies are there. So 1 farad means the capacitance of a capacitor it is said to be 1 farad if 1 coulomb of charge is transferred from one plate of a capacitor to another plate by applying how much potential difference between the plates? By applying a potential difference of 1 volt itself. So what is a capacitor? Capacitor means that is a device which is used to store the electrical charges itself, and that is a system of two conductors separated by an insulated medium itself. And the capacitance of a capacitor means that is the measure of ability of the conductor to hold the electrical charges there. And the unit in which we can measure the capacitance of the conductor, that is farad itself, that is the SI unit. SI unit to measure the capacitance of that conductor itself. Okay, and then I said to you people, a capacitor means that is a system of two conductors. Therefore, the symbol to represent the capacitor pictorially, we are representing a capacitor like this. This is the picture of a capacitor. It is a fixed capacitor. You people are familiar with that of resistors in 10th standard. So as in the case of resistors also, a resistor you people are representing like this. This is a resistor. This is a fixed resistor, and varying resistor means we are representing like this. This arrow it is showing that this resistance is a value. And in the same way, a capacitor, the fixed value of the capacitor we are representing like this. A fixed capacitor is like this. And if the capacitor in a picture or in a circuit diagram, if you are seeing a capacitor like this is variable capacitor itself. And this is capacitor. You people are familiar with that of another one. This is battery. Cell. Cell means positive is big line and the negative is smaller line. But here these two are two metal plates with same size itself. Understood? So this is the pictorial representation of a capacitor of fixed value, and this is for variable value itself. And then, as in the case of a capacitor, I said to you people, there are the presence of two metal plates are there. Why we are not choosing a capacitor with one single plate? Whenever we are choosing a capacitor, we can imagine or we can consider a single conductor itself as also a capacitor with the second plate is at infinity. But when we are giving charges to a conductor, what happens to its potential? Its potential will be starts to get increases. So whenever we are giving large amount of charges to a conductor, its potential also will be starts to be get increases, and finally that may causes to the breakdown or the ionization of the insulated media which is present surrounding to it. That may causes to the leakage of the charge which is present on that conductor itself. Or that is practically impossible to give large amount of charges to a conductor, or in order to carry large amount of charges if we are using a simple conductor means that is not practically possible. But whenever we are using two metal plates, what will happen? That is why we are using a capacitor means that is a system of two conductors separated by an insulated media we are saying. So a capacitor means first metal plate. Suppose we have a metal plate which is uniformly charged either by using positive charges or that of negative charges. So here we are considering a first plate A which is uniformly charged positively uniformly charged itself. And when you place another one conductor very near to it, there is a separation, and this is a conductor itself. A conductor means we know that there are the presence of free charges are there. Therefore, that by the process of induction, the negative charges, that means the free electrons on this conductor will be moved towards this direction on this plate, and the other side that will leave the positive charges. So when this negative charge it is coming near to this positive plate, the potential of that system will be starts to get decreases when you are considering this negative plate. But when you are considering this positive charge, positive, its potential will be get increases. But we know that the positive charge is far from this plate compared with that of this negative charge. Therefore, the total effect it is what happened to the potential will be starts to be get decreases itself. Potential decreases means what will happen to the capacitance of the capacitor. Capacitance C means that is Q by V. Therefore, if potential decreases, capacitance will be starts to get increases. That means we can store the more charges there. Why? Because capacitance means that is actually the ability, the measure of the ability of the charge conductor to hold the charge itself. So potential decreases means its capacitance will be starts to be get increases. So when you place a second metal plate very near to it, the capacitance of this system is get increasing, and you can increase the capacitance of this system by one more method. That means you can earth the outer plate of this capacitor. This is the symbol of earthing. Earth. Okay. So when you earth the outer plate, outer part of this metal plate, the positive charges which is present here, that will be starts to be get leaked into the earth. Why? Because we know that our earth means it can receive and it can give the charges. Therefore, this positive charges will be leaked into the earth. Means that its potential is again decreasing. Potential is decreasing means what will happen to its capacitance? Capacitance will be starts to be get increases further. Therefore, that is why we are choosing a capacitor means that is a system of two conductors separated by an insulated media. Why we are keeping the insulated media? We will study in the last part of this chapter again. We will discuss what is the effect of insulator here in between the plates. So, the capacitance we can increase by reducing the potential by placing a second metal plate near to the first metal plate. So that is actually a capacitor itself, and that is actually the principle of a capacitor. Is it clear? So a capacitor means that is a system of two metal plates separated by a distance d, and each of this metal plate is having the same area of cross section we are choosing, and in between that one there is a insulated media, and here it has a surface charge density plus sigma. It is surface charges only plus sigma, and here there is another one surface charge density minus sigma itself. Okay. Next we want to derive the expression for electric field in between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor itself. Whenever we are considering two metal plates which is placed parallel like this, that is actually known as a parallel plate capacitor itself. So next we want to derive the expression for electric field in between this parallel plate capacitor. So a parallel plate capacitor consists of two metal plates which are placed parallel to each other, and one is having the positively charges, and the other plate which is having the negative charges. Uniform charge distribution, and that charges are surface charges itself, which is metal plate itself. So this metal plate is having plus charge, means it have a surface charge density plus sigma, and this one is having a surface charge density minus sigma, and each of this plate is having, we are considering, and the area of cross section A itself, and these two are get separated by a distance d. Okay, and we want to find what is the electric field in between the two plates of this parallel plate capacitor. Together with that one itself, we can check what is the electric field in the outer region also, outside to that capacitor itself. So this is a single, this is one single metal plate, and this is another one single metal plate, and here this is having positive charge and this is having negative charge. And in the first chapter, we studied that whenever what is the electric field due to a plane sheet carrying uniform charge distribution, surface charge distribution. Electric field at a given point due to a plate which is carrying surface charge itself. And we know that the electric field due to a metal plate, or that electric field due to a plate or a plane sheet, a metal plate or plane sheet which is carrying the surface charge sigma is sigma divided by 2 epsilon 0. It is independent of the distance and all we studied in the first chapter itself. The electric field due to an infinite length of plane sheet. So it is independent of the distance and size and geometry. So whatever we are considering, a plane sheet we are considering, or a plane conductor we are considering, a metal sheet we are considering, the electric field due to that one means that is E is equal to sigma divided by 2 epsilon 0 itself. But sign is important. This is positively charged plate and this is negatively charged plate. That is the difference. So whenever we are considering the region in between this metal plate here, this is a positively plate. Therefore, the electric field here in between this region due to this positive plate means the magnitude is sigma divided by 2 epsilon 0 itself. The electric field due to the positively charged plate is E plus is equal to sigma divided by 2 epsilon 0 itself. But what about the direction? Here we are standing. Here we are standing here. For a person, those who are standing in between these two, this is a positively charged metal plate, and therefore here the electric field it is sigma divided by 2 epsilon 0, and we know that electric field means that is a vector, it has a direction. Therefore for a person who is looking from here to this plate, the electric field lines are starting from here like this, that is E plus. Yes or no? And then for this person, the other side there is the presence of a negatively charged plate. That is also uniformly distributed charge with the surface charge density minus sigma in sign. And therefore, due to this metal plate also, you can write the expression for the electric field as that is equal to E minus that is equal to sigma divided by 2 epsilon 0 itself in magnitude. But for this person, those who is standing in between, this is negative plate. So whenever you are considering a point here, this is negative plate. Therefore, the electric field due to this metal plate means we know that electric field lines are starting from positive and ending over negative. So, whenever you are considering plates individually, you want to consider. So, first we consider this positive plate only. So, when you consider this positive plate, this is E plus, its magnitude is sigma by 2 epsilon 0, and it is started like this and it is moving like this. And in the second case, we are going to consider this negative plate only. So here there is the presence of an electric field in this region due to this one. It is coming from somewhere and ending over here. Therefore, that is E minus. Its magnitude is what? Magnitude is sigma divided by 2 epsilon 0 itself. So, for a point in between these two conductors, electric field due to the positive plate and electric field due to this negative plate, both are acting along the same direction with the magnitude sigma divided by 2 epsilon 0. Therefore, the net electric field means that is equal to E, that is equal to E of plus E of minus. So, what is that? That is sigma by 2 epsilon 0 plus sigma by 2 epsilon 0. What is this? This is 2 sigma by 2 epsilon 0. That means this is equal to sigma by epsilon 0 itself. How much it is? That is sigma by epsilon 0. So, what is the electric field in between this region? That is sigma by epsilon 0. The electric field in between the plates of a capacitor means that is equal to sigma by epsilon 0 itself. And it is acting from here to here. And in some cases, this is the answer for the electric field in between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor. But for your board exam, sometimes you will get an answer to find the electric field in between the plates of this capacitor and also outside to it. Outside there are two regions it is there. Capacitor means that is a system of two metal conductors, and in between there is a region only we want to consider. Outside we no need to consider. But then also sometimes they will ask to find what is the capacitance outside region, that means here and here. So whenever we are considering the electric field here and here, how can you? This is positive plate, this is negative plate. So first we are considering this region, first region. So whenever you are considering this first region, first you can consider only this plate E plus. Therefore here there is an electric field due to this positive plate. It is starting from E plus. What is the magnitude? Sigma by 2 epsilon 0 itself. But we are considering the point here. First we consider this plate. Due to this plate, the electric field is E plus, and that is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon 0. But capacitor means not only a single plate, there is the presence of a second plate with opposite charge. So in this case, no need to consider this one. We are considering only the negative plate. So due to this negative plate, at this point, there is the presence of a electric field due to this negative one, that is E minus. What is the magnitude? Magnitude is sigma by 2 epsilon 0 itself. But what about the direction? It is ending over the negative plate. E plus is acting along this direction, and E minus it is acting along the opposite direction in the outer region here. That means whenever you are considering the same capacitor, in this region 1, electric field due to E positive charge is E plus is acting along this direction, and E minus it is acting along this direction. Opposite directions, equal in magnitude. Therefore, what will happen to the net electric field? Net electric field will be 0 itself. Is it clear? Equal in magnitude. Both are sigma by 2 epsilon 0, but direction it is opposite. Therefore, that will be get cancelled in that region itself, because electric field is a vector. Okay. In that same way, what will be the condition if you are considering third region? That means here, outside. There also, for this capacitor, two conductors are there. The first, whenever you are considering this positive plate, this is absent. You can imagine this is absent here. So, due to this positive plate, here there is an electric field, that is E plus, and its direction it is started from here, therefore it is like this. Second, you can imagine that this is absent, only this one is present, and the electric field in this region it is E minus, and that is acting in which direction? Started from somewhere and coming here, therefore E minus. And here these two are opposite direction, equal in magnitude. Therefore here also the net electric field is how much? Net electric field it is 0 itself. Therefore for a capacitor, in between the capacitor the magnitude of the electric field is sigma by epsilon 0, and outside the capacitor the electric field here in this region 1 it is 0 itself, and here in this region also it becomes equivalent to 0 itself. Is it clear? Therefore that is the relation for the electric field in between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor is sigma by epsilon 0, and in the outside region that is equal to how much? That is equal to 0. Okay, in between sigma by epsilon 0, outside it is 0 itself. So that is a 3-mark question. Okay, So next we want to derive the expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor itself. Okay, a capacitor means there are different types of a capacitor. Capacitance of a capacitor means that is depends on the geometry of the capacitor, that means the shape and size of the capacitor and the distance of separation between the capacitor and also the medium which is present in between that parallel plate of that capacitor. So here I am mentioning parallel plate capacitor, which means that there are different types of capacitors are there, size and shape it is there. So parallel plate capacitor means we are using two metal plate like this. Spherical capacitors are there like this, two metal conductors but acts into the form of a sphere itself. In the same way cylindrical capacitors are there, two cylinder which is used to do in the inner plate and outer plate, inner plate, outer plate, two plates like this, but in different shape itself. Okay, but you people wanted to study only about the parallel plate capacitor and its capacitance. So next we want to derive an expression for the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor itself. So we know that a parallel plate capacitor means that one consists of two metal plates with two equal and opposite charges. One metal plate is having plus charges, means the other plate is having minus charge, and two metal plates is having the same area of cross section A itself, and these two are get separated by a distance d, and let Q is the amount of charge which is given to the metal plate of this capacitor. We know that whenever we are giving charges to a capacitor, its potential increases. Therefore, in between the plates of this capacitor, it has a potential difference V. We can consider the potential difference between these two parallel plates are V itself. And in between, there is the presence of an electric field, and that electric field is E equal to how much we calculated, that is equal to sigma by epsilon 0 itself. The electric field in between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor, that is sigma by epsilon 0. Our aim is to find the expression for the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. So we know that the general expression for the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor is C is equal to what? C is equal to Q by V, where Q is the charge and V is the potential difference between the plates of that capacitor itself. So Q is the charge given and V is the potential between the plates of this capacitor. So we can write the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor C means that is equal to Q by V, where Q is charge and this is having the surface charge density. Therefore, this one is having a plus sigma charge, uniform surface charge density, and this one is having minus sigma surface charge density itself. So we know if sigma amount of sigma is the surface charge density of this metal plate which is having an area of cross section A. We know the relation between Q, sigma and A in our first chapter. That three are related by the relation sigma means sigma is equal to Q by A itself. So what is Q? Q means that is equal to sigma A. Okay. And in the same way, what is the expression for potential? Potential V, the electric field E, and that of the distance D, it is related by the relation we studied, that E is equal to dV by dr minus sign with a negative sign. Negative sign means electric field is increasing in the direction of decreasing potential. So from here, electric field is related with the potential as E is equal to V by dr stands for the distance and the change in distance, and dV stands for change in potential corresponding to that. Therefore, you can write E is equal to V by D itself. Or this is a inward relation connecting between electric field, potential and distance. Here dV is the change in potential and dr is the change in distance. So here E means that is equal to potential divided by distance itself. So what is potential V? Potential V means you can write that is equal to E into D. What is the electric field? Electric field is sigma by epsilon 0 itself. Therefore, you can write the expression for the capacitance as C. C is equal to Q. Q is what? Q is sigma into A. Therefore, it is sigma into A divided by E into D itself. But what is E? C is equal to sigma into A divided by E. E means what? Sigma by epsilon 0 into D itself. This sigma and sigma will be get cancelled, Therefore, the expression for capacitance as C is equal to this epsilon 0 will comes up. Therefore, epsilon 0 A by D. So, epsilon 0 means we know that that is actually the permittivity of that medium, permittivity of air or that of vacuum. So, here we consider a parallel plate capacitor with air or that of vacuum is the medium in between. Or otherwise, this is the expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with vacuum, or otherwise it is known as the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor without dielectric. Why I mentioned that terms that in your question paper, if you are getting a question like that, to derive the expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor without dielectric, this is the derivation. Understood? So, this is the expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor without dielectric. C is equal to epsilon 0 A by D. Therefore, from this formula, you can see that it is depends on area of the plate and distance of separation and permittivity. Therefore, you can say that the capacitance of a capacitor depends on the size and shape. That means the geometry. And also epsilon 0 means that is the property of the medium. That means the nature of the medium present in between. Understood? So, that's about it. In the last section, we derived the expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with vacuum or otherwise without dielectric. So, the expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with vacuum or without dielectric says C0 equal to epsilon 0 A by D itself. Okay, and then next we want to check or we want to find what will happen to the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor if we are introducing a dielectric medium or that of an insulating medium in between the plates of parallel plate capacitor itself. So, we can consider a parallel plate capacitor. Each of the metal plate is having the area of cross section A, and these two are get separated by a distance D. One plate is having the positive charges with the surface charge density plus sigma and that of minus sigma here. Therefore, we know that whenever two metal plates are like this, in between this region there is the presence of an electric field E0. And what is the magnitude of that electric field E0? E0 is equal to sigma by epsilon 0 itself. And when we introduce a dielectric medium in between this parallel plate capacitor, what will happen to its capacitance we want to check. So, in the previous part of this chapter, just previous part, we studied that what will happen to the what will happen to a dielectric material when it is placed in the presence of an external electric field. So, here we place a dielectric material with a thickness T, which is less than that of the distance of separation between that metal plate itself. So, when we placed a dielectric material or a dielectric medium in between the plates of this parallel plate capacitor, we know that in that dielectric media there are the presence of number of molecules are there that may be either polar or that of non-polar. But we studied that if either polar or that of non-polar dielectrics, when we placed in the presence of an external electric field, the atoms or that of the molecules will be get reoriented, and that one develops a surface charge density here, because here positive plate means the atom will be get reoriented like this. Here the negative charges, nearest and negative, and the further end it is positive. All the atoms will be get reoriented like this. So, here the nearest charges effect will be get cancelled. Therefore, on the surface there is a presence of a surface charge density here negative and that over here positive. That means inside of this dielectric media, that one develops an electric field from positive to negative. Here this electric field is from where to where? From positive plate to negative along this direction. But here when a dielectric media is placed in the presence of an external electric field E0, that material will be get polarized, and that one induced an electric field within that material that is not naturally existing. That is induced there in the presence of this external electric field itself. That is induced there. Therefore, that induced electric field is acting which direction? Along this direction. That is, and this property is actually known as polarization. Therefore, here the electric field produced, we can represent it as E of T. So, when a dielectric material is placed in between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor, that one develops here an induced EMF. Sorry, an induced electric field is produced there. An induced electric field is developed there because of polarization. But its direction is opposite to that of the electric field itself. Therefore, the net effect of the electric field within this dielectric media is actually E0 is acting along this direction and EP is acting along this direction. Therefore, the net electric field E, as in the cases of this dielectric media, as that is E0 minus of EP. E0 is greater than that of the electric field due to the polarization. The net electric field E, you can write that is equal to E0 minus EP, where for the dielectric media with how much thickness? T thickness. This electric field E equal to E0 minus EP is existing for the dielectric with thickness T. Is it clear? This electric field E equal to E0 minus EP, it is existing for the dielectric with thickness T itself. Okay, and next I am going to use one term here. We studied about one property or one relation, the dielectric constant in the previous chapter, which determine the ability of that material. Relative permeability and dielectric constant. The dielectric constant in the previous chapter, whenever we discussed, we derived one condition, dielectric constant or that of relative permittivity K, that is equal to F of vacuum divided by F of media. As in the cases of charges, when a charge is placed in vacuum, the force between the charges as F0, which is force between them in the presence of vacuum. F of vacuum divided by F of media. But we know that if a charge is placed in the presence of an external electric field E, that charge will experience as a force F, and the expression for that F force you can write that is equal to F is equal to QE. F is equal to what? QE itself. So in the presence of an external electric field you can write that is equal to E0, and in the presence of the medium you can write that is equal to QE of media itself. Therefore Q and Q will be get cancelled. Therefore, the dielectric constant K is equal to F of vacuum divided by F of medium, or otherwise that is equal to electric field of vacuum divided by electric field of media itself. Okay, so by using that relation, dielectric constant K is equal to E of vacuum divided by E of media, that is E. Here we represented E of media as E. Therefore, K is equal to E of vacuum divided by E of media, one relation you can write. Keep it that one there. Our aim is to find the expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with a dielectric. But we know that the general formula to find the capacitance of a capacitor is C is equal to Q by V itself. Q is the charge. Therefore, Q, if that material capacitor plate is having the surface charge density sigma with plate area A, Q means that is equal to sigma into A. But what is V? V stands for potential. So, potential V means we know that that is equal to electric field into the distance. Electric field into distance itself. But as in the cases of this parallel plate capacitor, when we place the dielectric media here in between the plates with the thickness T, which is less than D, and electric field, net electric field E is equal to E0 minus EP is existing within this thickness T. But what about this region, the gap? What is the thickness of this gap? The total distance is D. And how much it is? That is T. Therefore, the gap means this gap is actually D minus T thickness, and within that thickness actually which field is existing? E0 field due to the positive and negative charges on the capacitor plate itself. An electric field of E0 is existing within a region of D minus T, and an electric field of E is existing within a region of T itself. So how can you write the expression for V? V is not simple E into D because it is different in different region. So you can write the expression for V as V is equal to E0 electric field within the region of D minus T. Total potential. Potential is a scalar, therefore plus. And electric field E within the thickness of T, that is E into T itself. But here there is a relation connecting between the dielectric constant E0 and E. K is equal to E0 by E. So what is E? What is E? But what is E? E is equal to E0 by K. So how can you write the expression for potential? Potential V is equal to E0 into D minus T plus E means E0 by K. Therefore E0 by K with the thickness T itself. This is the expression for V, and this is the expression for Q. So if you know the expression for Q and if you know the expression for V, you can find the expression for capacitance. Then what is capacitance? C is equal to Q by V. What is Q? Q is sigma into A. What is V? V is E0 into D minus T plus E0 by K into T. Here E0 is common. So you can write the expression as C is equal to sigma into A divided by E0 is a common factor, E0 into D minus T plus T by K. But what is E0? E0 is sigma by epsilon 0. Therefore it becomes sigma A divided by sigma by epsilon 0 D minus T plus T by K. Okay, and sigma will be get cancelled. Therefore C is equal to, this will come up epsilon 0 A divided by D minus T plus T by K. Okay, so this is the expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with dielectric with a condition the thickness T is less than D. But if T is equal to D, how can you write? T is equal to D means what will be C? C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D minus T is equal to D itself, that is D minus D plus D by K. D minus D means 0. Therefore it becomes epsilon 0 A divided by D by K. That means this K will come up. Therefore it becomes C is equal to K epsilon 0 A by D. But what is this epsilon 0 A by D? Epsilon 0 A by D is actually the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with vacuum or otherwise without dielectric. Therefore you can write C is equal to what? That is KC0. So whenever you are introducing a dielectric media in between the parallel plate capacitor, what happened to its capacitance? Its capacitance increases by K times. Understood? So from here you can write another one expression for the dielectric constant K as K is equal to C by C0. What is another one expression for K? K is equal to F0 by Fm. Force in vacuum to force in medium. Another one expression, electric field in vacuum to electric field in medium. So that's about the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor with vacuum and that of without vacuum itself. Okay.